Good morning, y'all. Hello, hello. The results you want are on the other side of your excuses. The results you are looking for are on the other side of your excuses, okay? Listen, I have new ideas for the channel and the live, so I'm actually going to be getting ready because I do have my TikTok live at 9 a.m., okay? But I did want to come on here and talk to you guys for a good hour and a half. That's the goal. And so here we are. But your excuse, the results that you want are on the other side of your excuses. So it's Sunday. My question for you is, how many of y'all actually worked on the business? See, I feel great. Okay. I'm full of energy this morning. I went on my morning walk, um, did 2.5 hours. Okay. I know I'm at my step goal. But my question for you is, are you? Probably not, because you make excuses. You are so full of excuses, and that's why you're not getting the results that you want. Okay. I said what I said. Now, a lot of y'all love to overthink things, and that's your problem. That's your problem. You overthink every single thing from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, and it's getting you nowhere. Me, on the other hand, I don't have a problem being confused. I literally woke up this morning. I was like, you know what? While we're live talking about business, mindset, all the things, I'm going to put myself together on live because I want to be on live earlier. I'm a morning person. And honestly, them 2 p.m. lives, I was getting them done, but y'all, I was struggling because I'm not an afternoon person, but I don't overthink it. Okay. Here we are about to get it done, and it is what it is. But you, on the other hand, you're going to overthink the idea that you have. Like, a lot of y'all have great ideas. By the way, I like to use gloves when I put my makeup on because my makeup is brown because I'm a chocolate girly and I don't want it all up under my nails. You love to overthink your brilliant ideas. Okay. I be talking to y'all on Zooms and stuff, and a lot of y'all have really good ideas, but you overthink every single thing. I'm going to be using e.l.f. for my primer. Y'all overthink every single thing, and it gets you nowhere. You overthink yourself right out of the good idea that you have. You do it all the time. And listen, I used to do it too, but these are excuses. A lot of y'all keep talking about some, oh, I want to make content, but um, I don't have the right lighting, or I don't know what to say, or I got to plan for the angles. You don't have to plan for nothing, okay? You don't have to plan for anything. And honestly, I've noticed for myself, my content is a lot better when I just flow, okay? When I just go with it, I'm not in my head. Where do I need to get? I'm not in my head overthinking it. I just do what I need to do. Like, some of y'all won't even make content because you don't got your makeup on. I'm doing my makeup right here on this live. The fuck? So your excuses, your lame ass excuses, your dumb excuses, and yes, I put makeup on my neck. Your dumb excuses, that's why you're not getting to where you want to be. That's why you're not getting the results that you want, because you don't know how to just let go and let God. I said it, you just don't know how to let go and let God. So I use NARS for my foundation. By the way, this is Nambia D4, Deep 4, okay? You don't know how to let go and let God, and that's your biggest problem. And one thing too, for those of you guys who are serious about being content creators, go live, because what I do is I repurpose all this content. Okay, so this live, that's probably gonna be like an hour or so. I throw this through AI and I get it to chop up reels, and then them reels that y'all be seeing, they came from a live. Clock it. This is how we work smarter, not harder. Okay. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that, being a content creator isn't hard per se. I think it's just a mindset, honestly. I think the thoughts that you have is what makes it hard, but it really doesn't have to be hard. You just got to stop overthinking your process. Like, that's what you really got to do. Okay. So, and no, I am not a professional makeup artist. So if you watching it, you be slaying the makeup, Miss Ma'am. I just do what I need to do for myself. Okay. But your excuses, your results are on the other side of your excuses. They really are. They really are. The results that you want, you could have had them by now. You really could have. You could have had it. You could have multiplied it by now. You could have did everything you needed to do by now. But you still overthinking. Okay. What did Jasmine get done this weekend? Even though it's Sunday, we still got today. Jasmine got a lot done. So I told y'all I'm about to start what is it? Dibbling and dabbling with ads, with Facebook ads. So I actually worked on my landing page Friday and Saturday. I started setting up my business suite. So if you run ads or if you plan on running ads, you need your Facebook business suite account. So I had to get all that done. You have to have an ads account. So I worked on all that. Okay. I even played around with my Glow Up Academy about section. Yes. Okay. So your girl is getting stuff done. Listen, I don't have time for excuses. Okay. We got one life to live. We got one life to live, and you can live your life second guessing everything, trying to make everything perfect, or you can just get it done and learn along the way. I be freelancing, y'all. When I first started, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I just started. I just knew starting was better than going to that damn 9 to 5. I knew that much. So I just went with it. Okay. Some of y'all, you claim you hate your 9 to 5, but the energy you give off reads that it's your favorite place to be because you ain't did nothing about it. Ain't did shit about it. Just complaints, venting, woe is me. You know they did this at my job today. Okay, my question for you is, Miss Ma'am, what you gonna do about it? Not a goddamn thing. So you might as well just shut up. Just shut up. Because them excuses is exactly why you still there. And listen, there's nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5. I'm specifically talking to the people who claim that they don't want a 9 to 5 anymore, but yet you're not doing anything to change the situation. Like, why are you sitting here complaining about something that you have the power to change? You just choose not to. So what are we complaining for? Just shut up. That's the thing that irritates me with people is people always want to complain about what they have full power of. And again, your results that you want are on the other side of the excuses that you continue to make. So why don't you stop making excuses and stop talking about what you can't do and just focus on the here and now and get it done. See, and that's the other crazy thing too with people is they don't want to they don't want to suck. You guys, everything that you do, you're going to suck at when you first get started. Okay. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're going to suck. But as you keep going, as you keep learning, as you keep, just showing up every day, you're going to get better and better and better. I don't really draw my eyebrows on too much because I already got full eyebrows, but I do a little something on. All right. So you're going to have to just stop trying to be perfect all the damn time because it ain't getting you nowhere. And just show up as is. Just show up as is, y'all. Like, why is that so hard? And the results that you want, the followers that you want, the monetization that you want, all the stuff you want is within reach. You're just making it out of reach because the results you want are on the other side of your excuses. I said what I said. The results you want are on the other side of your excuses. So you might as well just stop. Stop making excuses. Just show up messy, show up imperfect, and just show up ready to learn. You do them things, you're going to get them results. I'm not more special than you. Okay. I know I'm great. I know I'm talented, right? I know I'm the SHIT. I'm all that and a bag of chips. But so are you. So are you. You just full of excuses. You just rather complain. You'd rather just be perfect and don't get shit done. That's what you'd rather do. You do it every day. Meanwhile, other creators like myself, we get into the money. We building the business. We not just sitting in this energy of shoulda, woulda, couldas. We're creating the life that we want for ourselves. Literally, the life I live today, I created it. It wasn't handed to me, okay? I had to bust my ass for this. Everything that I've accomplished, even as far as like my mindset, I had to work towards this. I didn't just have a positive mindset. No, this takes energy and effort. To be so positive every day, like it takes a lot of work. I don't just show up positive. I do now, but what I'm saying is like I had to rewire a lot of the programming. Okay. A lot of us are programmed as hell. And you don't even know it. They got you so damn programmed. You literally, if you're serious, right? Like, let's say you really want to change your life. Like, you want to be more confident in yourself. You want to build your business. You want to stop caring about the opinions of other people. Like, let's say you really want to do that. Like, you want that for yourself. Okay. Well, listen, I want it for you too. And it's all obtainable, but you're going to have to rewire your thought process because they got us programmed. They got you out here thinking that if you have confidence in yourself, you're arrogant. They literally have you out here thinking that if you go against the grain, then there's something wrong with you. They really got you out here thinking that the only way you can have a great life is if you work a 9 to 5 that you absolutely hate and you're depressed and miserable. They really got you out here thinking that the only way you can be rich is through a job. That's really what they have you out here thinking. And you believe it. You have to reprogram yourself. They really got you out here thinking that it's not okay. It's not okay to be selfish. Meanwhile, everybody who is successful as fuck is selfish. You have to put yourself first, okay? How can you get shit done if you don't put yourself first? You have to be selfish, okay? And I'm not sitting here saying being selfish in a sense of, oh, well, let me just take from everybody. No, that's called opportunist. I'm talking about being selfish as in, what do I want to say? As in, like, you're going to pour into yourself before you pour into other people. You're going to make sure you're good before you make sure other people are good. You're going to work on your goals and dreams before you try working on someone else's goals and dreams. That's what I mean by selfish. I'm not sitting here talking about something you're going to take and not give nothing back to other people. That's not what the hell I'm talking about. So make it make sense. But you have to put your goals first, because if you don't, you ain't never going to reach them. You ain't never going to reach them. So you don't have a choice. You really don't. But a lot of y'all, oh, well, I'm going to just give to everybody else. And if I got any energy left, then just maybe. Meanwhile, the woman who is on her shit, that's because she learned how to tell people no. Meanwhile, the woman who is really getting shit done, because she learned how to say no. The woman who's really making money, she learned how to stop caring about other people and to only care about what she wants for herself. That's who's getting it done, not the person who wants to put everybody first and care what other people think and say yes to everybody else, but never say yes to yourself. That's not the woman that's getting shit done. And that's exactly why you're sitting here confused and lost, letting time pass you by because you haven't learned how to say no. You haven't learned how to be selfish. You haven't learned how to put yourself first. You haven't even learned how to love yourself. And that's exactly why you have the problems that you have. And I'm going to sit here and tell you this. You keep on living like that. Keep on living like that. Keep on letting time just pass you by. Keep on. I'm telling you, you're going to have to learn how to put yourself first. Okay. You really don't have a choice. Let's do some affirmations. We're 13 minutes in. Do y'all still say your affirmations or you gave up on them? Do y'all even say your affirmations, or am I just preaching to the empty room? I'm not going to say no affirmations because I don't want to believe I'm beautiful. I don't want to believe I'm worthy of success. I'm not going to say no affirmations. That's called being narcissistic. Every obstacle is proof I'm leveling up. Amen, amen. Every obstacle is proof I'm leveling up. Say that with my chest. I'm going to let this sit for a few seconds. Every obstacle is proof I'm leveling up. The old me, I used to be a panicker, okay? The minute something went against the plan, I'd be freaking out, y'all. I'd be like, oh my God, my life is going to shits. Now I just be calm. I just be like, all right, so what's next? I don't run from challenges. I rise through them. Amen, amen. You guys, just because you're an entrepreneur does not mean you're not going to go through shit. You're going to go through shit. Life on life, whether you run your own business or not. It really is. But your mindset is what's going to keep you grounded, okay? We all got problems. Just because you run a business does not mean you're going to be immune from problems. Absolutely not. But the way you think about things, the way you turn lemons into lemonade, okay? The mindset that you have is what's going to determine how you overcome it. And if you sitting there in panic mode all the time and looking at the bad of something instead of looking at the beauty in it, um, you're really just gonna mess yourself up. You really are. Like, you have to understand that everything that is happening to you is really happening for you. I'm telling you this because it's true. And I'm the first to admit, like, I've had issues with my mindset. Like, I used to be a negative Nancy. Like, if y'all knew me when I had my 9 to 5, so in my 20s, I was not the person that you wanted to be around, because I always saw the glass as half empty instead of half full. I always thought things were happening to me, not for me. And I was just a very pessimistic person. Like, you didn't want to be around me. And the reason why I was like that was because my mindset, I was living in scarcity. I was living in lack. And I was just miserable as hell. I was very unhappy. I had nothing in my life to look forward to. I was just depressed, anxious, frustrated. And the reason why I felt that way is because my mindset wasn't where it needed to be. But once I started writing the pages of my own story and stopped, doing what everyone else was doing, once I started living for me, that's when everything turned around for me. Okay. I healed my traumas. I had traumas. We all got traumas. Ain't nobody trauma free. All right. But again, you're a grown ass adult. So you have to decide how much longer are you going to let your traumas eat away at you. At some point, you're going to have to leave the past in the past. And I'm not sitting here saying it's going to be easy to do that. It's definitely going to take some reprogramming, but it can be done. Okay. You don't have to keep holding on to what happened to you in your childhood. You do not have to keep holding on to what happened last year. You do not have to keep holding on to the ex that broke your heart. You can let it go. You choose not to. Listen, I chose to hold on to things. I could have been let the shit go. But again, the energy that I had, the mindset I had was like, I'm just going to hold on to this and dwell. I'm just going to hold on to this and let this determine my future. Meanwhile, the woman who's living the life I want to live, she learned how to let it go. Hello. Meanwhile, the person that you look up to, they learned how to let the shit go. Okay. And I'm going to tell you this. The minute you continue to allow yourself to feel guilty, shameful, regretful, doubtful, you will continue to stay trapped in that toxic ass mindset. So you're going to have to let it go. You really is. If you want a chance at happiness, you're going to have to let it go. Amen, amen. Okay? I can't make this up. I move like the woman who already knows she's chosen. I move like the woman who already knows she's chosen. Let's go, let's go. Yes, I do. Oh, this is loose setting powder by Black Radiance. I don't know what color this is. This is old. I don't know what color it is. Chocolate. Chocolate. I don't beg for opportunities. I create them. I don't chase sales. I told you all that in a video. I do not chase sales. Listen, stop chasing money. Been there, done that. Get you absolutely nowhere. Stop chasing money, y'all. If you align yourself with where you're supposed to be, and it's going to take trial and error. When I first started content, I tell y'all that I didn't know what kind of content I wanted to create. I didn't have a clue. But what I knew was this. I'm going to try a little bit of everything till I figure it out. Some of y'all, the other thing, how do you know you're not going to like something until you try it? You're not going to know. I'm going to say that again. How will you know you're going to like something if you don't try it? You could look at a dish. Maybe your friend cooked something. It looks good, but you ain't tasted it yet. And until you taste it, you're not going to know if you like it or not. The same applies with your business, your content. Like, You're not going to know right off gate. You have to try a lot of things, and it's okay to try stuff and realize, you know what? Hold on, this is not for me. It doesn't mean you're a failure at life. It means you're still just trying to figure out where you fit in. That's it. And as humans, we evolve. So who you are today may not necessarily be who you are in 5 years from now. You might have new interests. You might have a new lifestyle. So you're constantly changing. What you used to like, you may no longer like. And that's okay. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It just means you're human. So in order to figure out what kind of content to make, what kind of business to run, it's going to require you to try a whole bunch of things. But some of y'all aren't even willing to try one thing. You're not even willing to try one thing. Did I already use this? I can't remember. I don't know. We'll just do it again. I can't remember if I already put this on after I did this setting. I don't know. But some of y'all not even willing to try one thing and then wonder why you can't figure it out. You're not even allowing yourself the opportunity to figure out. That's why it hasn't been figured out. Because you're not willing to try stuff and not like it. I don't know why we got into this mindset of everything's got to be perfect. Like, where did that come from? And the crazy thing is, the more I move away from that energy, the harder it is for me to understand it, because it really doesn't make sense. You're really telling yourself that the opinions of other people matter to me so much more than my own happiness. You're really telling yourself that until I figure everything out, I'm not willing to try anything. Like, that's literally what you're telling yourself. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. The truth will set you free. I'm saying this out of love. It sounds stupid as hell. Okay? It's stupid as hell. This isn't me looking down on you. This is me telling you how stupid it sounds when you say stuff like this. It sounds absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why you care so much about the opinions of people who don't even pay your damn bills. Like, make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. You will really stop doing what you want to do, or not even start for that matter, because Sally, your best friend since elementary school, told you it's stupid. I think you need some different friends, if I'm being real. Because your true friends, they're going to encourage you to try everything. Try everything. Try everything. And then we'll come back to the drawing board and see what you like and see what you did. And then we'll try some more stuff, right? But the friends you want to associate with are the ones telling you the idea is stupid as hell. This is Juvia's Place. This is a blushed cream. It's called Pink Passion. Okay. Yeah, like, what are we doing? Make it make sense. Hold on, I gotta smile while I do this. Yeah, make it make sense. Like, I think you need some new friends. That's like, you know what's crazy? Because I used to be the same way. Listen, by the way, everything I say, I used to do the same thing. So it's not me throwing shade. It's literally just me telling you the things I went through. But before I stopped drinking, my fear was that I wouldn't be able to have friends. Because at the time, all of my friends drank. So I'm like, well, if I stop drinking, I'm not gonna be able to fit in. I'm not gonna be able to have fun, yada, 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 right? I had to realize, if you have friends who can't support who you're becoming, then that just means you need to find new friends, my dear. You just need new friends. Because a true friend is gonna be there with you. Like, they're with it. As long as you're not doing nothing to hurt people, they are right there with it. They're ready for you to become the woman that you want to be. And if your friends are not doing that, girl, why do you hang around them? Why do you even call them your friends? Those are not your fucking friends. Okay? So make it make sense. The results you want are on the other side of your excuses. Say that with your chest. Hold on, make it a little more. Put a little more here. No such thing as too much blush, by the way. And if you're a chocolate girly, add some color to your skin. I'm telling you. I used to be afraid to put color on my face because I was like, oh, it's not going to look good. No, that's not true. It's going to look very, very, very pretty, okay? Just because you're chocolate does not mean you can't add color. I've been putting a lot of color on my face and it'd be vibrating like, mm, add some color to that beautiful skin. Okay. So yeah, next affirmation. Where we at? Hold on. A little more setting spray. Yes, I use a lot of setting spray. But I'm telling you, it makes it come together so nice and pretty. Let's see. Where we at? Ooh, I'm in alignment with success, love, and abundance. I am in alignment with success, love, and abundance. Amen, amen. Okay. A lot of times, who you are today is not really aligned with who you're trying to become. Okay. So, what I mean by that, you're trying to start a business, which you can. Okay. There's nothing wrong with you. You can absolutely do it. But the problem with you is there are things about you that are not aligned with who you're trying to become. Oh, I forgot to put it on my nose. Yeah, I put a little blush on my nose, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Who you are today is not aligned with who you're trying to become. How can you be an entrepreneur when you're sitting there making excuses about everything? When you're literally sitting there telling yourself that you're stupid. I hate when people say negative things about themselves. Like, it's uncomfortable as fuck. And some of y'all do that on a day-to-day basis. Some of y'all literally sit there every single day, not even just telling yourself that you're stupid, but you sitting here telling other people that you're stupid. That is the most cringiest, uncomfortable thing that people do. I can't stand someone who sits there and tells not just themselves, but they say that shit out loud to other people. I'm just like, why are you talking about yourself like that? Like, where is the self-love? Where is the love? Why are you telling yourself that you're stupid? Don't do that. So this is what I mean by the success that you want, you can have, but believe it or not, a lot of times who you are today is not aligned for it. I'm just being real, because some of the things that you say to yourself, baby girl, I need you to fix that. Like, for real. Like, I'm really gonna need you to fix that and quick. You can't keep talking to yourself like that. And then you want a business. You're telling yourself how stupid you are, but you want a business? That's why you don't have a business. Because how can you have a business when you're telling yourself you're stupid? Like, what are we doing? Baby girl, you're not stupid, okay? I don't know who told you that. I don't know what man told you that. I don't know what family member told you that. Maybe you came from a household where they were mean to you. Maybe you were abused. I don't know. But I'm here to tell you this morning on this beautiful Sunday, you are not stupid, okay? There's nothing stupid about you. You function, okay? You are able to maintain a job. A stupid person can't do that. You are able to pay your bills. Even if money is tight, you still paying them, right? Okay, well, a stupid person can't do that. You able to dream, right? You got dreams and goals. Stupid people don't have dreams and goals. Okay. So obviously you're not stupid. You are just afraid to start. Okay. You are just afraid to not be perfect, but you are not stupid. Okay. That's what I'm telling you right now. So I'm gonna need you to get that negative ass toxic energy out your system. Stop talking to yourself like that. And honestly, when I hear people talk about themselves like that, it really is cringeful, y'all. It's very uncomfortable. Like, please stop. Please stop. It's not funny. Some people say stuff like that because they think it's funny. I'm just so stupid. I'd be like, I'm not laughing. You're not stupid. So what are we talking about? Don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay? That's not cute. But society has us feeling like if we don't say mean things about ourselves, then we're narcissists. If we don't say mean things about ourselves, then we're not humble. First of all, why would you want to be humble? That's number one, because humble means not feeling like you are top tier, and you are top tier. Humble is not the word. Humble is not the word. Okay. I hate when people say that. Oh, be humble. Why would you think of yourself as less than? Humble is not the word. Stop saying that. No, I don't think I'm less than anything. So no, according to the definition of the word humble, I'm not humble. And for those of y'all who want to argue, Let's pull up the word humble so we can all, not humble bundle. What the hell? The meaning of humble. So we can all make sure we are clear on this moving forward. On this channel, we are not humble. So I said what I said. Let me share the screen with you guys. So when I'm using the word humble and you want to argue, let's be clear that we understand what the word humble means. Having or showing a modest estimate of one's value or importance. Why would I ever have a modest estimate of one's value or importance? Of low social, administrative, or political rank, lower someone in dignity or importance. Why would you ever want to be that? This is what I'm talking about. But people be quick to say, oh, you need to be humble. Sorry, I forgot to share it. Oh, you need to be humble. Having or showing a modest estimate of one's value. No, your value is top tier, my dear. You are top tier. Don't ever be up on this channel talking about something. I'm not top tier. Yes, you are. Lower someone in dignity or importance. Why? Why would you ever want to lower your dignity or importance? Okay. Humble is not the word. People use it wrong every day. And this is what I mean by you need to reprogram your mind, because they really got you out here thinking that you're not top tier. You are very top tier. Okay. I don't know what the hell's going on, but this is why I'm saying we have to reprogram ourselves. We really do, because you're not humble. Don't ever be humble. Humble is not the goal. You can remove your ego. Okay. We can remove the ego for a second and learn. Some people struggle with that because they think they know everything. So people might be like, you need to be humble. What they really mean is just be teachable. Okay. Because you don't know everything and there's always room for improvement, right? There's always room for growth. But stop using the word because you don't know what it means. Let's do pink. Let's do pink. By the way, my lip liner is Night Moth by MAC, and this is Urban Decay. This is called Gridlock. All right, so we're gonna do this today. We're gonna add some pink. But anyways, yeah, change your mindset. Change the mindset. All right, no more excuses. It's Sunday. Isn't this your favorite day? I'm gonna start on Sunday. I'm gonna start at the beginning of the week. Well, here we are. It's the beginning of the week. So are you going to start, or are you still full of excuses? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. How many of y'all posted videos today? Since we're on the topic, how many of y'all posted a video? Oh, let me guess, you still overthinking? You didn't post the content because you're still overthinking it. And you're probably going to overthink it for another 6 months, right? So that's why you didn't make the content. I know. It's just a toxic self-sabotage cycle that you just refuse to get out of. But you want your content to pay your bills. This is what I mean when I say a lot of times who we want to become, we're not yet aligned with that. And until you become that, you're not going to have it. I can't make this up. There were a lot of things about me that had to change, okay? I used to be full of excuses too. I used to procrastinate all the time. Sure did. I was always procrastinating, y'all. My motto was, why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? In other words, tomorrow. And tomorrow never showed up. I used to do all those things. Hold on. It's hard to talk and do my lip at the same time. It's a little hard to talk and do the lip. Hold on, let me make sure I get this right. Okay. Very good. All right. So yeah, you're not humble. Stop saying it. You don't want to be humble. Don't aspire to be humble. Stop letting people tell you that. You're not a narcissist because you have self-confidence. You should be confident in yourself, and stop hanging around insecure people, because it's only insecure people who are going to try to tell you that you shouldn't be confident in yourself. And the only reason why they're telling you that is because they're projecting. They're projecting because they don't have confidence in themselves. So stop saying that. Stop saying that. Okay? We don't do that no more. We don't do that no more. All right? Next affirmation. Good morning. Happy Sunday. The results you want are on the other side of your lame ass, stupid ass excuses. Okay. No more of that. No more of that. Let's do one more affirmation. Let me find one. Ooh, no. We already talked about not chasing money, right? Consistency is my currency. Consistency is my currency. Consistency is my currency, okay? Consistency is my currency. So until you're consistent, you ain't gonna have no damn currency. How about that? Until you're consistent, you're not gonna have no damn currency. All right. Now, what I wanted to do, we're kind of done with makeup. Real quick, for the people who are hard-headed as hell, do not forget to sign up for Glow Up Academy, you guys. This is the space where we build our business, okay? For those of you guys who are struggling with showing up consistently every single day, you want a business, but you're struggling with consistency. You're struggling with belief. Think like a CEO and earn like one. One of my members inside Glow Up Academy, Liz, you guys, her TikTok grew from 3,500 followers to about 15.2 thousand followers in 1 week, all because she took the information that I gave her and she applied it to her platform. She applied it to her business, okay? And she booked multiple consultations, one-on-ones. Her email list grew tremendously, all because she decided to stop playing small and decided to lock in, okay? So for those of y'all who dream of results, but yet you're not doing anything about it, it's time for you to join Glow Up Academy. The link is down below in my description. We have 102 members inside, okay? Everybody is thriving. They're taking the information that I'm teaching them and they're actually applying it to their business. It's only $39 a month and you can cancel at any time, okay? And then my own success story. I made over $600,000 online in the past 5 years. And I'm literally teaching you guys everything that I learned on my journey, okay? So you could waste time trying to figure it all out for yourself, right? And make mistake after mistake, or you can invest $39 and learn and actually execute and stop wasting time. But either way, the choice is always yours, okay? So Glow Up Academy. All right, so let's see. We have some time. I have to be on TikTok live by 9. That is my goal. So where are y'all at with business? Where are you at with the business? That's what I want to know. Where are you at with the business? I just got my hair done yesterday. These are new bundles. I got these from Eunice. These are 3 bundles of 26-inch kinky straight. She flat ironed it. I got it done yesterday. It's already a little bent up. I was thinking about flat ironing it, but I really don't feel like it. So this is a versatile sew-in. So like this is my hair right here. Your girl got some hair, okay? But I'm not gonna flat iron. I don't feel like it. I brought the flat iron out here and everything. I was like, who am I joking? Who am I kidding? I ain't flat ironing shit. I ain't flat ironing shit, okay? But yes, I love me a good sew-in, honey. I used to always do knotless braids for like the past 4 years of me being on social media. I was a knotless braid girly because it was very low maintenance. I was trying to grow my hair. So I knew in order to grow my hair, I needed to stop messing with my hair. So I just did a full protective style, knotless braids, boho, all the things. But this year, I'm really becoming the woman who I've always wanted to be. And I was like, you know what? It's time for a new look, okay? Started putting on makeup, started getting my sew-ins, and honey, the confidence has just skyrocketed, right? A lot of times, if you just change something about yourself, like I'm not even talking about anything major. I'm not talking about plastic surgery, but you can do that too. But if you just change something that you don't like or try something new, I'm telling you, your confidence is going to go through the roof. And a lot of times too, listen, I love doing my makeup and stuff because it makes me feel productive throughout the day. When you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you do good. So for those of y'all who are struggling with confidence, go ahead and throw on a little mascara. Go ahead and put a little lip, all right? Go ahead and do your face. Get some cute outfits. I'm telling you, when you start really just trying your best to feel better about yourself, it actually starts to happen. But a lot of times we just say things like, I just don't have time. But you have time to be on TikTok for 5 hours doing absolutely nothing. Make it make sense. You can literally create the life you want. You just choose not to. Listen, you can literally create the life that you want. You just choose not to. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. How do I stop craving validation from other people? Stop. No, seriously, validate yourself. Just validate yourself, okay? And I used to struggle with that. I always needed external validation. But you need to just start validating yourself, okay? Start telling yourself you're beautiful, you're amazing, you're smart, okay? You're worthy of success. Start saying those things to yourself. That's why we always do these affirmations every single live. Because the more, even if you don't believe it in the moment that we say these things, I'm telling you, if you just say it over and over and over and over again, you really will start to believe it. I can't make this up. I used to not have confidence in myself. I used to think I was ugly. I used to think I was not worthy of success. I used to think all of those things, okay? But now I don't, these bundles. You need, and so these are 3 bundles. How much I paid? Like $225. Clock it. Listen, I love me a sale, okay? I love sales. My middle name is Sale, okay? Jasmine Sale. All right, let's do some business talk. So I have the whiteboard here. We're going to talk about some business. We're going to talk about some business. And also to you guys, actually, let me move this out of the way. Also too, before we get into it, this is why I'm telling y'all to get by yourself. When you spend time by yourself, you really start to think about stuff, right? This idea came to me on my walk. I've noticed I have all these great ideas, but I struggle with time. Okay, time is of the essence. And I realize that all these ideas I have, I don't really have the time for all of them. I'm still a one-woman show when it comes to my coaching. And so I was like, okay, well, I love doing these live YouTubes, these Q&As and stuff. But I also noticed I'm a morning person. And I also noticed that by being on these lives for X amount of hours, it's taking time from something else, okay? So I was like, well, what if instead of doing long form content, right? Like those 10-minute videos that I be posting every day, I just do lives. And whatever I was going to teach in the long form video, we do it on live. Like I'm really trying to turn this into like a visual podcast. I was thinking we could do like unboxings because I'm always ordering stuff off of Amazon. Like I got this off of Amazon. I'm going to put the link. I'm going to make my Amazon affiliate, my Amazon shop and get it all together. And then I'll like start releasing because I be buying stuff off Amazon for content and all that stuff. But I want that affiliate promotion, the little percentage. So just give me a few days. I'm working on my Amazon shop. And I'm going to start dropping, the stuff that I be buying off of Amazon for content business. And I'll be unboxing it with you guys too. So like, we're really going to turn this into something. But the idea only came to me because I spend so much time by myself. This idea came to me because I was walking by myself, right? When you incorporate other people in your thoughts and your ideas, you get what's called projections, okay? And if the person you're talking to has a limited mindset, they can't give you abundance thinking. It's impossible. So you could literally be telling your friend, hey girl, I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel. But because she lives in lack and scarcity and she's insecure as fuck, she can't give you positive feedback. She's gonna say stupid stuff to you like, girl, I heard YouTube is hard and most people fail. And because you care so much about her opinion, you're going to believe it. And then she done talks you right about your YouTube channel, all because you don't know how to spend time by yourself. Yeah. Okay. Stop telling everybody your ideas, not because what's meant for you isn't meant for you, because it is, but it's because people can only give you projections. And if you're talking to the wrong person, they can't tell you something positive because they're not positive. So stop doing that. All right. Tell yourself, all right? Just talk to yourself. Just be your own best friend. How about that? All right, so today I'm going to talk to you guys about, we talk about funnels. We spent a good amount of time talking about funnels, but I do want to talk to you guys about how to grow your YouTube. So how to grow your YouTube channel. All right, so that's what we're gonna talk about. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see it? Hold on, let me turn this light off. How to grow your YouTube channel. I hope y'all can see that. I feel like we got a glare. Can y'all see that? Bring it down a little bit. I don't know. Okay, how to grow your YouTube channel. So for those of y'all who do not know, I have two YouTube channels that both monetize. The first YouTube channel I have is my weight loss and fitness channel. That took me the longest to grow, but that's because I didn't know what I was doing, right? A lot of times the reason why things take you so long to get it done is you just don't know what the hell you're doing. But once you figure it out, if everything was taken from you and you had to start all over, you're not really starting all over because now you have the information that you didn't have before. So experience is always going to be the best currency ever. Okay. So now that I've had experience growing a YouTube channel, I have been able to grow this one quickly, right? So I actually monetized this YouTube channel in 3 months. So I'm going to teach you guys how I grew this YouTube channel because I learned from the previous one what to do and what not to do. Number one, the first thing you got to do is choose a niche. Okay. Now I'm not sitting here saying that you're going to figure it out right away because you're not. A lot of times you have to do trial and error. You might think you want to be a fitness creator. Then when you start making fitness content, you're like, yeah, no, this isn't for me. Nothing wrong with that, right? But you got to try to figure out what it is. But the reason why I'm telling you to choose a niche is because the algorithm needs to know who to show your content to. And when your YouTube channel is first getting started, it has no clue who's going to be interested in the videos, right? And it's going to take a long time for it to figure it out. But if you're making content all over the place and you don't really have a niche, you're making it harder for the YouTube algorithm to figure out, like, okay, let's show her content to people who are trying to lose weight because this is the type of content she's making. Okay. So you do need to choose a niche, but don't beat yourself up trying to figure out what to choose, because I want you to try 1,000,010 things so that when you do establish this is what I want to do, well, now you've already chosen your niche, and now the YouTube algorithm is going to be able to figure out who to show your videos to. Okay. But I want you to understand it takes time. It takes time. And it takes a lot of videos for it to figure out. So since it takes a lot of videos for the algorithm to figure out who to show your content to, you need to post daily. I can't stress this enough. You need to post daily. The reason why I was able to monetize this YouTube channel in 3 months was because not only did I post daily, but I posted 2 to 3 long form YouTube videos a day. Some of y'all don't even post that in a month. I was posting that in a day. Okay. The more content you put out onto YouTube, the quicker it can figure out who to show your videos to. But you delay that entire process because you're posting one video every 10 months and trying to figure out why it's not monetized. It's not monetized because you choose for it not to be. I'm just going to keep it real. You're choosing this. You need to post daily. You need to be posting daily. You don't have a choice. Okay. And I don't want to hear that we don't have time. Yes, you do. You just choose not to. Let's be real. How many hours you spent on TikTok this morning? Don't worry, I'll wait. Exactly. The time that you're spending on TikTok watching other people get stuff done, you could be getting it done yourself. And then also too, sometimes y'all don't want to post every day because you're like, well, I don't know where to post. Like, should I post in my car? I need to post in the kitchen because it's nice and pretty. No, you don't need to post anywhere. You just need to make the video. Okay. Stop overthinking every freaking thing. It's driving you. It's just amazing. It's amazing how people do this. The next thing to grow your YouTube channel, not only are you going to post daily, you need to learn titles and thumbnails. Now, let me give you some tea. If you're in the motivational niche, okay, if you're in the motivational niche, leveling up niche, if you just focus on titles and kind of not spend too much time on your thumbnails, you'll still grow. Why? Because if you look at other motivational creators, what are they doing in their thumbnails? They have a stale, sad face, right? They're doing something like this. Just very basic, bland face, kind of looks kind of sad, kind of like in deep thought, right? Those work. But if you focus on the title, so in your title, make sure that it builds curiosity, something that's going to make people want to understand more. And so they're going to click because you've built curiosity. But the only way you're really going to learn this is by doing it. You can't sit there and watch 50,000 YouTube videos about titles and thumbnails if you don't even have any experience doing it. This is another reason why I tell you to post daily. Because the more you do stuff, you guys, the quicker you learn. You are delaying your learning experience because you're not doing it, which is why nothing's getting done. In order to get good at something, you have to have experience doing it. Think about reading. If you have kids and you're teaching your kids how to read, the reason why they're not the best readers is because they don't have a lot of experience doing it. The reason why you have a higher reading ability than them is because you have more experience doing it. Same with a job, right? If you have no experience in human resources, it's going to be hard for you to do human resources. But if you have a human resource job and you've been doing human resources for the past 20 years, well, it's so much easier. Why? Because you have experience. I can't make this shit up. But you're not even willing to give yourself the experience. And the only way you're really going to learn is by looking at what you've already done. Okay, so if you have, let's say you have 100 videos that you posted. Well, now you can go through and learn from experience. Okay, well, these videos got me more views and people stuck around longer because I did X, Y, Z. But the only reason you were able to learn that is because you experienced it, because you did it. But a lot of y'all won't even do this. And then you wonder why your YouTube channel is not growing. The next thing that I highly suggest you guys do, and you already know this if you watch my channel all the time, is go live. Go live. You guys, the more you can get people to really tap into you, learn more about you, the more they're going to watch your videos because they truly enjoy you as a creator. A lot of y'all won't even go live. I can't make this up. Going live is the best way to build your community, okay? Why do you think creators go live? Yes, going live is fun, but there's strategy behind it too. The more that people can interact with you, the more they can ask you questions, get a sense of your vibe, the more they're gonna watch your videos, and then on top of that, the more likely they are to buy from you. So for those of you guys who do have a digital product, this is why I keep telling y'all to go live, but you're still hard-headed as hell, you ain't gonna listen, and that's why your YouTube channel is not growing. I can't make this up. And the beauty of YouTube, you guys, when you do these long form YouTube videos, you know you can chop these up into reels. You don't even have to do this yourself. There's plenty of AI websites that will chop the video up for you. They will chop it up for you, okay? So now you're repurposing content. You're working smarter, not harder, okay? I can't listen. So anytime, if you guys look at some of my reels I made them specifically for a reel, right? But a lot of the reels are coming from these lives. A lot of the reels are coming from long form YouTube videos, okay? So you literally just take the link of the live or the reel or the long form video, whatever, and you put it into the website, give it like 10, 15, 20 minutes tops. It's gonna generate a whole bunch of reels. You go through and figure out which ones will be best. And you wanna do that by thinking about what's gonna hook people in the first 3 seconds. Now, AI has gotten better over the years. So the website that I use, opus.pro, when I first started using it like a year ago, honestly, I felt like it was trash and I kind of stopped using it. But I restarted using it a couple weeks ago. I've actually noticed it's gotten better with grabbing the hook for me. So the hook is what's going to get people to stop scrolling in the first few seconds, right? Think about it. People, they just want quick doses of entertainment, right? So you got to hook people in the first 3 seconds. You got to catch them in the swipe, okay? And the only way you're going to do that is to say something like that just really hits someone's pain point, like really targets their attention, okay? Opus.pro, I feel like has done a better job of that. So it has actually clipped hooks for me and made them reels, okay? So if you haven't already, try it. You do have to pay for it. Ain't shit free. Stop acting like it is. If you don't pay for it, you can still get the reel, but it's going to put their watermark in the middle of your clip. You can have it like that, but if you don't want that, you're going to have to pay for it. So how to grow your YouTube channel. You're going to choose a niche. You're going to post daily. You're going to learn titles and thumbnails and start getting experience. And you're going to go live. And I promise you, if you do all these things, your YouTube channel will grow. But some of y'all ain't going to do it. You ain't going to do shit. You ain't going to do shit. You just going to talk about it. You're going to talk about it. You're going to say shoulda, woulda, coulda one day. oh, one day I might just get it done, but it's not going to be this week because I just don't have any time. And I know I waste countless hours on social media, but I swear, Jazz, I really just don't have any time for this. Lies. Lies. Some of y'all are master liars. How do I batch create content efficiently? I just told you. So this is why I decided to start going live, because now we get a lot of things done in a little bit of time. I can't make this up. And I used to overwork like crazy because I didn't understand the concept of batch recording. You don't have to record content every day. Now, if you're new to content creation, I am going to suggest that you do, only because the quicker we can get out of your camera shyness, the better your content's going to get. It's going to be so hard for you to be a content creator if you're camera shy. So we got to get rid of that. But the more experience you have being in front of the camera, the less camera shy you're going to be. Okay. So I tell you, there's a reason for the madness. All right. So if you are struggling with camera shyness, I highly suggest you make videos every day just so you can quickly get out of that. How do I promote my business without relying on trends? Just be yourself. Stop focusing on views, y'all. That's part of your problem too, is you're so focused on views. What is the point of having 50,000 people watching your video on TikTok if TikTok barely pays for views anyways, and you didn't have, and maybe you did mention your product, but nobody bought it. But let's say 100 people watched your reel on TikTok, you mentioned your product, and you got all 100 people to buy it. You made more money off of the sale of your product than worrying about views and only getting pennies to the dollar on the view. And a lot of you guys are chasing virality, but just because someone watches your video does not mean they give 2 Fs about your business. They're just watching it because they see X amount of people have already watched it. You want an audience that's truly invested in what it is you're talking about, who can relate, because those are the people who are going to tune into all the videos. Those are the people who are going to buy your products. Those are the people. But y'all don't even want to do that. Y'all just so focused on views. Oh, I'm not getting views. Okay, but are you making sales? I'd rather make sales than views, because the sale of your product is going to make you so much more money than a view. I can't make this up. But y'all be worried about the wrong things every day. Every day. How do I create a CTA that's going to convert? So for those of y'all who don't know, a CTA is just a call to action. Y'all got this? I can erase this. Let me erase this. So a call to action. Call to action. So we'll use black. CTA, call to action. All right. This is telling people what you want them to do next. Do you want people to follow you? Do you want people to subscribe? Do you want people to share? Do you want people to click on the link in your website? Whatever the call to action, doesn't matter. Now, one thing I will tell you is this: the more value you add to people, the people who are truly interested in more about what you offer, they're going to automatically go and click on that link because they want to get locked in with you, right? The only way that's going to happen is if you pour more and more and more value. Some of y'all aren't doing that because you're not posting every day. You're not posting all day. You only post once a week. If you were to post every day and every video that you post is adding value and teaching somebody something, 9 times out of 10, the people who are truly interested in what it is you're talking about, they're going to automatically go click on that link anyway. They're going to click on it anyways. So, but I do want you guys to still mention your product. Okay. Now you don't have to talk about your product in every single video, but you do need to mention it, right? Every live that y'all see me on, I'm not always saying join Glow Up Academy, join Glow Up Academy, join Glow Up Academy. Like I don't literally be on live every 2 minutes saying join Glow Up Academy, but I have put it in subtle places. You guys have seen my shirts that say join Glow Up Academy. I have at the bottom of this live Glow Up Academy, right? And then every 20 to 30 minutes or whatever, I mention it, right? But I add so much value. I give. So when I do the ask, one, it's not cringy. Two, it's not oversaturating with gimme, right? And then three, more people are willing to join because I've already added so much value to their life in that short period of time that they consume my content. Okay, so I want you to do the same thing. Also, too, you don't really need to worry about followers or subscribers anymore these days. Yes, you need the followers to be able to unlock certain features, right? So for instance, on TikTok, maybe you do want to go live on TikTok to make sales. I do that every single day, but TikTok, you have to have 1,000 followers. So it makes sense as to why you need 1,000 followers, why you care about that, because you want to be able to go live, right? Same with putting the link in your bio, having a clickable link on TikTok. If you have 1,000 followers, you can do that. I think on YouTube, you need 50 subscribers in order to go live. So that part makes sense to be able to unlock certain features. But once you're able to utilize the platform in full capacity, you shouldn't care about followers or subscribers anyways, because people are going to see your content whether they're following you or not. This is not how it used to be. Before, people had to be subscribed to you to see their videos. Now they don't, okay? The algorithm is just giving people content based off of other content people have already watched, okay? So your follower count, your subscriber count, all of that is just straight vanity. That's just boasting rights for you. That's all it is, because it doesn't matter. People do not have to be following you to see your video. If the people who watch your video, let's say you do fitness content, okay, and the algorithm has figured out that you create fitness content, okay, well, now the algorithm is going to show your fitness content to viewers who watch fitness content. They ain't never seen you before. They've never seen you before, but you're showing up on their feed because the algorithm knows they like fitness content and you have fitness content. That's it. That's it. But the only way the algorithm is really going to push your videos in the first place is if you keep giving it stuff to push out, because you're not going to get it right 1,000% of the time. You're going to have to just keep throwing things at it. Just keep trying, and keep trying some more, and then try some more. But the more you try, the quicker you learn. But again, you're delaying your own learning because you won't even try. Like, I don't understand. So, call to action. What was the question though? The question was, how do I create a call to action that converts? Add more value. Just keep adding value. Keep giving. Talk about your product, but keep giving. Just give. Just give. And for those of y'all who are trying to figure out, well, what do I give versus what do I charge for? So give versus charge. Well, let's say free. Let's do free versus charge. Give for free the what and the why, and then charge for the how. I can't make this up. So for instance, I always tell you guys post daily, right? I tell you guys go live. I tell you what to do and I tell you why to do. I give you all that every day. I'm telling you what, I'm telling you why. But the how is inside Globe Academy. The how is inside Globe Academy. Well, you're telling me to go live, Jazz, but how? What do I say? Join Globe Academy. I mean, you see it works, right? So don't stress about it to the point where you're overthinking the whole process and now you're not getting anything done. But at the same time, for those of you guys who are curious, give away the what and the why for free and charge for the how. Charge for the how. And I know for a fact I done made videos with the how, but I haven't made videos for the how for you. Maybe you're in, maybe you, let me think. Maybe your product is about healing. Maybe you're trying to teach people how to heal from relationships, right? Okay, well, I told you how to go live on TikTok, or I told you to go live on TikTok, right, to sell your ebook. I've told you, I know I've said how TikTok pushes your life. I know I've made videos about that before on YouTube, but you probably ain't watched them, right? Okay. But in your mind, you're like, well, my topic is about healing and people healing from toxic relationships, and my ebook is teaching you how to do that. Well, If you want me to specifically sit down with you and tap into your business and your product, well, I'm charging for that. That's a one-on-one, right? So don't get too obsessed over the how, because the thing is, everyone's situation is different. So for instance, everybody's business on here, for those of y'all who are watching for business advice, is different. Everyone's business ideas are different, right? Nobody's business idea is the same. Like, you might be in the same niche as someone else, but you still got different goals. You still have different plans, right? So the how for you is different. I'm giving you generalized information, right? That will get you started. But trying to figure out what to do for you and your business and your goals, I charge for that. Because that's going to require me to sit down with you. That's going to require me to fully understand what it is you got going on. But again, the only reason why people are willing to pay me for their how is because I give so much value on YouTube, on TikTok, everywhere. And I promise you this, I am not sitting here before I decide to make a video. I am not sitting here overthinking, well, I don't want to make this video because this is really to be charged for. I don't do any of that. I don't have the time. I know I got 30 minutes to knock out X amount of videos. Go. And I'll be honest, most people just want to hear the same thing over and over again anyway. A lot of times y'all are overthinking, well, I already made a video about that. Make it again. Make it again. And then turn around and make it again. People need to hear the same thing 20,000 times. It just is what it is. I can't make this up. When I was on my weight loss journey, I lost over 100 pounds. I kid you not. I was literally watching the same type of videos about how to lose fat. They were all telling me the same thing: eat less, stop eating so much. But it's like I had to hear it 20,000 times before I was like, oh, caloric deficit. Oh, every creator damn near saying the same exact thing, and people tuned in like they ain't never heard it before. But you're overthinking. I tell y'all every day, post daily. I say this in every video. And you still right there. Post daily. Like you didn't hear me say it yesterday or the day before that. So again, your call to action, getting people to, or converting from your call to action, you're going to have to add value and free value. And a lot of it. A lot of it. And for those of y'all who are wondering about the freebies, so a lot of people, especially in the digital marketing space, they're obsessed with freebies. Well, I got to give away something for free to get their email. What is the email going to do if people ain't reading it? I know for myself. Okay. One thing I want you guys to understand is you're not as different as you think. Okay? You're not as different as you think. And I know for myself, half the emails that come through my email, I'm not reading. I just personally don't like that annoying icon telling me I have 10 unread emails. So what do? I mark all as read. But on the back end of somebody's emails, they're seeing 2% of people open their email. Did they really open it to read it? Or did they just open it because they also don't like that annoying icon telling them they got 10 emails? I don't know why people think that they need to have freebies in order to build an email list. That's not true. You can build an email list from people who have bought something from you. A lot of times, especially today, people are just addicted to free stuff. Even if it's not anything that they're going to use, just because you threw the word free on it. Now it's like, ooh, let me go get some more. But they're not really going to do anything with it. So instead of focusing on a freebie to create, to get an email, why not just create free content? And now you can convert that free content into a sale. Why can't we do that? Why do we have to go the freebie download? Oh, because it makes sense. You're not really thinking about what you're doing. You're just watching what other people are doing. That's why. But you don't have to do that. You can just make free content. Because I'm telling you this, most people are not reading them damn emails. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. And if you have a Gmail, because I look at my emails on my laptop, Gmail automatically moves people from primary to promotional. And every influencer, the email list, I don't even know how I got on the email list because people buying information. They're in promotional. I don't even open that. I don't even open that. And I know if I don't open that, do you think other people are opening it too? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But you're so obsessed about a freebie because somebody told you however long ago to make a freebie for someone to download. And you can just send them emails. And then the emails, they're going to open them and they're going to read them. And then it's going to convert to a sale. But what if you made free content and you built your email list off people who actually bought something, and then you send them emails to buy more stuff? Because at least now you know the people who are on this email list that actually bought something. One, they invest in themselves. That's number one. They actually got some money. Number two, they liked you, knew you, and trusted you enough to buy something from you. That's going to be more valuable than someone who's just on the internet downloading shit for free and ain't going to do shit with it. But for some reason, you're so obsessed with this. And you would rather have freebies than free content. And the crazy thing is, the free content is going to get you further because once you post something, it's online forever. So maybe you posted a video 6 months ago, but it just started getting traction. See, sometimes stuff doesn't get traction right away. Sometimes stuff takes months before it gets traction, right? Well, you've created a catalog of content that people now can binge watch over and over. I had someone join Glow Up Academy. She has invested so much money in her business. She came from YouTube, but the YouTube videos that she was watching was stuff that I posted months ago. Months ago. But because I focus on free content and not a freebie, she had stuff to consume, which led her to the decision of, oh yeah, I want her to be my coach. I can't make this up. So stop focusing on fucking freebies. Excuse my French. If I hear someone else say something about a freebie, I swear to God, I'm going to scream. Nobody cares about your freaking freebie. Nobody gives a fuck. People who really care about bettering their life, they're not downloading a freebie. Okay. Every creator that I bought something from has always been to improve my business. Okay. When I'm buying stuff from people, it's to build my business, grow my business, or fix my mindset, right? I ain't never downloading their freebies. And I'm someone who spends money online. Okay. I buy stuff. I'm not just on this internet just for the hell of it. Everything I do is for purpose. Okay. And the people who I have bought stuff from, they got more than $2 out of me. They got thousands. Why? Because I consumed so much of their content to where I was like, oh yeah, they know how to get me from this to this. Let me invest. And they did get me from this to this. It didn't come from freebie. It did not come from freebie. It came from their free content. So, do what you want, waste your time. But I'm telling you, what's more valuable? That content you put out. That's what's going to be more valuable. Absolutely. That content that you put out. And then on top of that, the free content, if your channels are monetized, now you're going to get monetization revenue too. Okay. And I tell you guys to focus on YouTube. You should have 3 platforms. You need to have 3 platforms. Absolutely. But YouTube pays more per 1,000 views than any other platform does. So I don't know why you're so obsessed with TikTok. TikTok is paying pennies to the dollar. You can make way more on YouTube. So now not only are you getting paid for the monetization, for your digital product, but you're also getting paid from the platform. And then this can also turn into affiliates. You guys, affiliate marketing is real. I already told you at the start of this live, I'm working on my Amazon storefront now. I be buying content stuff off Amazon all the time. And best believe, when I start unboxing the stuff for you, oh yes. When I start unboxing the stuff for you guys, go click on that Amazon storefront. Buy it off there. Hello. There's a method. There's a reason why I'm telling you to do what to do. And it's not just for the hell of it. No. You guys, I've been on these online streets for a while. I know what's going on. So, do what you want. You want freebies? Go for it. Have 20 freebies in the store. But I'm telling you, if you want to make some real money, not some little play money, not some nail money, but real money that's actually going to pay that rent, pay that mortgage, pay off the car, then I want you to focus on this. Content. I tell my students this all the time. If you work a 9 to 5, let's say you work a 9 to 5. Okay, so you don't have as much time as Jasmine to put into your content. You don't need to. Let me tell you what you're going to do. I tell my students this all the time. Write this down. Let's say you work 9 to 5. Matter of fact, we'll put it on the whiteboard. Let's say you work 9 to 5. Okay? Hope y'all got that. And then I got to get off of here soon because I got to get on TikTok live. All right. So let's say you work 9 to 5 and you just cater this to your work schedule. But let's say you work 9 to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Okay. Well, first I need you to figure out this. Are you a morning person or are you an evening person? That's what you need to figure out. Everybody's different. Me personally, I'm a morning person, okay? I thrive better in the morning. That's why I was like, these lives that we're doing, they got to be in the morning. Because I'm telling you, when I was doing those 2 p.m., 2:30 p.m. YouTube lives last week, we was getting them done. But honey, your girl was dragging. I'm not going to lie, I was dragging. But I feel so much more energized. I'm ready, right? Because it's the morning, okay? So I'm a morning person. So I'm going to cater this to morning. If I was working 9 to 5, if you're an evening person, you cater this to evening. But I just want to remind you of something. Remember, even if you are an evening person, all right, maybe you're like, oh, I'm going to do my work at the end. Just know your job already got 8 hours out you. So you're not working on a full tank of gas no more. Okay, I want you to think of your energy as a gas tank. You wake up, assuming you get 8 hours of sleep. We're going to assume you put the phone down and you really got 8 hours of sleep. Well, when you wake up, you're energized, or you should be if you're eating right. And if you get 8 hours of sleep and you don't have any deficiencies, you should be fully energized first thing in the morning. If you wait till 5 p.m., just know your job has already gotten your prime hours. Okay? I just want you to keep that in mind. So when you get off, 9 times out of 10, if you had a job like I did that was draining the hell out of me, you are depleted by 5 p.m. Okay? But that's neither here nor there. Nevertheless, I'm a morning person. So if I know I got to leave the house by, let's say, if I got to work at 9, I probably would have had to leave the house by like 8:15 a.m. Okay? So, all right, cool. That means all work has to be done before 8:15 so I can get to work at 9 a.m. All right, well, what am I going to do? What do I have to do to run my business? Well, I know I got to make content, right? I know I got to make content. I know I have to, let me put make content. I know I have to edit the content. I know I have to plan the content. I got to figure out what the hell I'm going to be talking about, right? I know I have to run the actual business, run the business. Okay, so I want you guys to understand this. Just because you're making content, that has nothing to do with your business. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. You still have to run the business, okay? So for instance, the business for me is Glow Up Academy. I still have to cater to that. I can't just make content, plan, and edit and not do anything with my business, okay? So I still have to run the business. Now, obviously, if you have a job, you don't have all day to do this, but you do still have a lot of time, okay? If you can commit 2 hours a day, you have a lot of time, all right? So how am I gonna break this down? Well, for content, we can batch, all right? So let's say, like we said, you got to be out the house by 8:15 to get there by 9. Probably takes you about an hour to get ready. All right. Well, if you're going to be utilizing 2 hours per day towards your business, well, then that means you're probably going to have to get up around 4 a.m. You got to get up around 4 a.m. Okay, that's okay though, because if you get off at 5, that still gives you about 2 hours. So from 6, 7, that gives you from 5 to 7 to spend with your family, 5 to 8, whatever, right? Well, now you're just gonna get up at 4 a.m. You're gonna get up at 4 a.m. You're gonna batch record your content on one day. So let's say we're gonna batch on Monday. So you're gonna sit there for 2 hours recording all your videos. You can do that on Monday. Tuesday, you're gonna edit. Now, I personally don't spend much time editing. I don't like to edit, but if you enjoy editing, you edit. If you don't, just do what I do. Next, so you got Wednesday, you're gonna plan your content. So you're gonna get on good old ChatGPT, and you're gonna get Chat to list out all the video ideas you can make for the week, all the real ideas, every single thing. You're gonna sit on ChatGPT for 2 hours figuring out what you wanna do. You can even have ChatGPT script your videos for you, so you really don't have any excuse. But you're going to spend Wednesday doing that, right? All right. Well, you have Thursday and Friday to run the business, right? So for instance, if I had a Skool community, I always tell you guys get a paid community. So let's say I have a Skool going, I'm gonna run the business on Thursday and Friday, meaning all the content that I need to make Glow Up Academy valuable and keep people's recurring subscription on, I'm going to focus on that Thursday and Friday. So for instance, I do live coaching calls in there every single week, right? So that's actually on a Thursday. So I would make sure I do that on a day that's catered towards me running the business, creating all the assets within the business that's going to make people want to keep it going, okay? And then you still have Saturday, okay? You can make content again. Make content. So basically, this loops. You're going to loop that all over again, and you still have Sunday off. I'll give you Sunday. Sunday's fun day with the family, okay? Sunday, you don't have to do anything. But if you're actually ambitious, you'll still figure out something to do. But the point I'm making is it can get done with 2 hours a day. You mean to tell me 2 hours, six days a week, that's 12 hours. Imagine if you did that for 90 days. Imagine if you stuck with this for 90 fucking days. Just imagine. And also too, let's say you're editing on Tuesday, Wednesday is planning. So Wednesday's a little lighter. You can even cue. Okay, so on YouTube you can cue. Facebook, you can cue. TikTok, you can have all the videos, and Instagram, you can have all the videos already in the draft. So all you got to do throughout the day, every day, is hit upload. That's all you got to do, because you already edited it. You already put the captions in there. All you have to do is hit upload. That's it. You can do that on the same day you plan it for the week. And then Saturday, you start over with this cycle. Start over. Okay? All right, cool. That makes sense. Class is in session. Real quick before we head out of here, I do have to get on TikTok live, so I'm gonna eat me a little bit of breakfast before I get on there. Real quick, you guys, make sure you guys join Glow Up Academy. This is the space where I teach you how to do all of this. This is the space where we break everything down. Glow Up Academy. Think like a CEO, earn like one. A lot of times, the reason why you're not working on your business because what you got going on in your head, the whole I can't, I'm not good enough, I don't know what to do. It's all a mindset thing. But inside Glow Up Academy, we fix all of that. I do want to brag on one of my students. Her name is Liz Hennessy. She grew from 3,500 TikTok followers to 15.2 in 1 week, all because she decided to listen. She stopped making excuses, and she did what I told her to do. Okay. And if you want results like that, you can have that. Also, too, I have earned over $600,000 online in the past 5 years from my businesses. If I can do it, you can. I'm no different than you. I tell you all that every day. The only thing that makes me more different is the fact that I stopped making excuses. The only reason why I'm where I'm at is because I just stopped making excuses. I fixed my headspace. Okay. I don't sit around and tell myself what I'm not good enough to do. And when I say I'm going to do something, I get it done. And you can get it done too. The choice is, do you really want to? Right. So if you are struggling with building your online business, building your platforms, Glow Up Academy, that's where you need to be. Okay. The link is down below in my description. I enjoyed you guys. I'm going to get on TikTok Live. Have an amazing Sunday. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.